support your people in every way possible. Shout
out to 125,
man.
Legends.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's sad that I'm knowing them today, but you know, I feel like I've been missing out.
You feel like?
Yeah.
You feel like?
Yeah.
I
feel like I've been missing out on some great music, man.
Okay.
Man, but that was an amazing song.
We'll let it slide.
That was an amazing song. I'm gonna check out the catalog.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah?
It goes all the way back.
One of my favorite things is discovering new music. Because you know,
from a developed artist.
Yeah.
Not just, you can hear one song and then go and it's only two more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a developed artist with a catalog,
yeah,
you almost feel like a noob again.
Man.
You know, which is nice, man. But anyway, welcome to the Black Kings Frequency on the Black on Fire Network.
The media of the 21st century.
Yup.
Do you know
that
our last episode was the most highly rated? Because both of us had shades on. I don't know, like, why are you trying to be an enemy of progress, man?
Shmunde
Productions.
Produced by Shmunde Productions.
Yeah.
But don't worry. Thursday is here. We'll throw it back.
See, nice. That's
yeah. So anyway, as we talk about this 21st century media, 21st century problems,
21st century problems, which are very relevant.
21st century culture shocks. Imagine if somebody from like 1962 came to the world today at 2030?
Hard to tell.
Instant.
Gone.
First of all, they taste a bug and they're like, this is not meat.
Yeah.
Do you know how they gradually change the taste of something till you can't even remember the original?
They cloned Tyrone.
Man, they done clone. But we're talking about Ben 10s, TOYBOYs.
We are not talking about the Cartoon Network version.
Maybe he was.
That's why he needed the watch.
Just to keep track of his, and he had to morph into different beings
to maintain. So you gotta maintain, man. Yeah.
But what comes to mind when we talk about TOYBOYs?
TOYBOYs, I see a villa by the beach.
Okay.
I see that thing for cleaning the pool.
Okay.
I see young Kamlesh holding that thing for cleaning the pool. And I see a 65-year-old
Millicent Omanga
with shades on, drinking lemonade with some gin.
Akingoja kumango.
Yeah.
But anyway, shout out to all our politicians.
You feel me? And then after services, Skulipota do, Millicent.
Yeah, she definitely sent it. But
hey, that's what I see.
Yeah. Because that's a whole scene in some movie. That's American Pie.
The pie is American.
Yeah. Because that's basically what happens down at the coastal.
Hey, yo, especially South Coast. It's crazy. It's nuts.
75-year-old German woman.
Yeah, but funny enough, the few times I've been in Diani, I've only seen petite.
Segment. Era. The El Nino coming in finally. Era.
Yeah.
Because El Nino ilikuwa way too much.
Bro.
To
a point we almost started doubting.
Yeah. Like when you say walifanya nini? How did they know kuna El Nino?
Walihula relief fund. Yeah.
11 billion. Gone. Sakaja kinunua boats.
Umbachivos.
Done.
Yeah.
El Nino money. The same.
For decades, different people. All under the same umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mean this is a multifaceted color umbrella? Okay, we won't call it a rainbow, but
no, it's not a rainbow. It's
okay.
It's a flag
there's a price tag.
Yeah.
If you meet it,
Yeah.
you get what is required. But you were saying something about old white men and very petite.
Very melanated,
Yeah.
dark-skinned Kenyan girls,
As in Akode looking
but very,
tiny.
yeah.
No,
Nothing. Nada.
Just
Zero. Zilch.
so.
Yeah. Nothing.
But man,
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
as we move on.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
Where it's the chicks with the older guys.
Yeah.
But now there's a new pandemic. Bro.
Okay.
A new pandemic, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The tables have been.
switched.
Yeah.
Tables have been turned right now.
Yeah.
So it's young men
Yeah.
out there with old fat women.
Yeah.
So I saw this post the other day of this guy who was saying, I'm 29 and I'm married to a 69-year-old woman. Okay? And her youngest child is 32.
How does that work, bro?
Maybe end your last one or my last one. So her youngest child is 32. And he was complaining that they don't respect him. They don't call him dad. You know. So he doesn't know what to do in that situation.
Whoop the ass.
How?
Try. Assert yourself.
You know that's how you wake up in the ICU, right?
Hey, you what?
Yeah.
That's a 40-year-old, 40-year,
40 plus.
40-year difference.
Yeah.
Bro.
40 years. As in, this woman was probably done giving birth by the time you were born. No, not probably, was done giving birth by the time you were born. Like,
Yeah,
we talk
Shafungo,
yeah,
2 years ago. Yeah.
Gone. Now you're here on your mama's titty and you're telling yourself that when I grow up, I want myself a 69-year-old.
Yeah, she's marinating now as I'm growing up. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a thing that has been happening and the stories are everywhere. Not just out there. You know, we've been depressed for a long time. You know. And it's a very big factor on something we were talking about. Because this is basically you know. If you have a healthy relationship with your mom, you're not trying to be inside something that's actually as old as your mom. What are you trying to do? Go back to where you came from or something?
Yo, so shout out to one of the homies. Him, he doesn't mind.
What?
Him as long as
Imejipa.
he kona pudesh.
Oh.
So I asked him one day, what's the criteria? Is like, as long as she's not older than my mom.
Yeah?
Yeah. As long as. But is she 1 year younger than I?
She looks way older factor. Like, look. If you're going to get a chick, she gotta look younger, man. It has to be exciting somehow. You know? But if you're out there, really out there, with a 40-year-old, like, how do you... What's the it factor for you?
What's the rad?
What's the rad?
What's going on, bro?
Like, you know, if I see like a car
in very loud, just with the yeah, we saw him. Shout out to him. Yando Meshkilia, I believe.
Okay.
You know, the other guy end up giving you pressure. You who are toiling for, you know, your thing. And then you end up facing fraud. The laundering
is elsewhere.
Yeah.
From this, I'll be able to save face and I'll tell them, look, I make 400,000 every month just from TikTok. Atatu jaingia YouTube. You don't want to know what I'm making on YouTube.
You don't want to know YouTube. Check out the conversation. You feel me?
You know, and then at the end of it, you find a lot of young men under this type of pressure end up into some really messy things like crime, because they're trying to come up fast. That's why you see them motor na masenke.
Senke's me fun.
No, listen. Acha nikwambie ni vijana wangapi wamepatiwa pressure na mdenge, sawa? Wakachukua senke ya loan.
You're really helping out the economy, man.
You know?
Yeah.
And suddenly,
Yeah.
he's not longer in your face like he used to. And now he has to come out with a whole story.
What happened to him?
So, hata tukianza na moja, alinyang'anyangwa, alitolewa nje kwa gari msee, na gari ikachukuliwa.
He was a Prado.
Yeah, the big one.
His soul is a Prado.
Man, that man was rolling. Look at that.
Yeah.
Imagine to you.
What imagine I pull a budget to the homies?
You as a young content creator.
Yeah, like yo, what's up, Stonevi? It's on me.
Uko kwa economy. Okay, umepanda mat pale economy. Tao unakuja Karogai. Sawa.
Umeingia tao exclusive. Luxury.
Alafu hata si hivyo, you're just like a normal one TikToking. Unateseka kufikisha 1,000 followers. Kidogo na chiki David Moya next to your matatu. KTX. You're like, what am I doing wrong?
And morally.
Yeah, you have first of all, because what's the price of a TX? Check it. Tell us, what's the price of a TX right now? About 14 milli? 10 milli? 7? Okay, it depends if it's loaded or you're just getting something basic. Okay, because the price of a TX is
Out to Mefika 17 M.
you know,
Yeah.
now 17 million. And you
Off
was
the
at zero.
lot.
Off the lot, right? You're number one. Number two, you have a spa. How many millions for the spa?
Hey, that's probably like another 20.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's about 37 milli.
And that's not even her age.
I'm gonna got more millions than his own age, right? Look.
Yo.
And then after that, this man still has money to spend. So let me tell you what you gotta do. First of all, ukuwe na endorsement ka 3 za Tusker. Sawa. Number 2, I don't know, perform hadi South Africa, do a US tour.
Nah, it's not enough.
We're just adding up, right? Do a European tour. Get a deal ya serikali.
Get an NGO behind
Get an
you.
NGO behind you.
Yeah.
Start CBO.
Yeah.
Start you know, like you have to be
And
doing
still, after all that, we'll still put the Illuminati movements on
of
the ass,
course. You know, but you have to be doing about 10 different things to get this 37 million in a year. Because in this current market as a young man, you know, we see Bazoo, okay, deals, we can hook you up with this deal. Nah, it was youngins. It was just boys who dance, Gia rooftops. That's his friends, okay? And is this. Do not idolize the people you see on social media.
Hey, I do not want to meet them.
Yeah.
Do not want to see behind the veil.
So,
It's ugly.
something I've learned recently.
Yeah.
Man, and yeah, the creative game is a very local game. So, I was somewhere over the weekend,
Yeah.
and niggas wamepiga luku. So, and this is niggas, like them niggas who go like, what? I only see you on TV, man. Hadi tukaanza kutafuta mzinga. Yeah, and then ilibidi tuchange.
Of course.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it was very embarrassing for you know, like me. I mean, you came driving. You know, mimi niko hapo kwa matatu, bado tunachanga this. And if you look at the backstory of it, there's a lot of keeping these niggas get kept.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Whole lot of them, man.
And that's why I was looking at something here.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest countries with this TOYBOY culture is Brazil. Okay? Just look different. But the cosmetic story was alichukuliwa gari na akapatiwa tao mbili ya
selling his spa.
Yeah?
I think that was a front for London.
Really? Do you think it was actually his spa?
No.
He's the face of
he's
it.
a mark.
Yani he's carrying this thing.
Yes, no idea it was doing Moya. It was doing Moya spa or something.
I don't know.
Bruh, keep. Is it Kilelesh or Kilima? Do you know how much to rent that?
But
yeah, and then kidogo I'm selling the spa. First of all, how did you get that spa?
that spa.
For you to sell it. You know?
34 million. It was 4 million, right? He was saying he's selling it for 4 million.
4 million. Araka. That's cap.
God, man. You have to be different to have a spa in
those areas.
In those areas. And speaking about toy boys, one of the most famous ones, who recently revealed the face of his newly born son, while the mother was planning a very large face reveal party. No, Brown Mauzo.
Ah, yeah. Aliuza. Aliuza Sura. Sura na Sera.
Man, I've never had more respect for Otile Brown.
Yeah.
You know, after looking at the way, you know, there was a target, if you noticed. The target was get artist of some sort, light skin, probably from down under. There was a whole other slander to Otile, if you remember.
Hey, yo.
What?
So busy. And
What?
if you really think about it, it's never been the same for him.
You know,
If you really think about it.
you know,
Yeah.
because damn, people see you so differently after that. But anyway,
So you said the homies will be jealous.
fine. But you know, for how long? Until they find out. What?
Yeah.
What? Yadi wakupate kwa jam.
And Jacob Karen.
Yeah.
Jacob Karen, I think, is top 10 these bougie universities in the country.
Okay, bougie man.
As we went because of merit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't go because of my dad is the friend to the cousin to
The dean.
no. So there was this guy. So of course, like even in our class,
Yeah.
there were guys who were driving like Touaregs, whatnot. So there was this guy who had a Nor, a black, tinted out Nor. Yo, this guy used to bag chicks. What? And you know, you have to realize, because this guy, every time he would be in the cafeteria, okay, so. Common character of these old hags is they're very insecure with their toy boys.
Yep.
So they don't want you lingering too much
Around young women.
Because now this lady had the timetable. So, class Elisha 12. I've given you until 12:15.
Where you at?
What are you still doing in school?
Quick now. Trying to get some motivation.
Yeah.
But after motivation is visual.
Yeah.
Za kukuja. Anyway,
Yeah.
Bana. But some I've had a friend do that too. So man, this is so sad. So this homie used to crash on a nigga couch for a bit. So we chilling. Suddenly he went for festival Flania Rock.
Akapatana na his soulmate.
So the boy went from my couch to ST.
Oof. Quick fast.
Very quick fast. You know, from my couch to ST, 2-bedroom.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. He'd never let us pull up.
Of course.
Tunamuliza, yo, what's up? Si to pull up, manze, hata to mess up your location yako, manze. Your location ni prime time. Bana. Si tuko like, we got the broccoli. We finna chase the demons out the house. You know, we coming with the bottles and shit. We're like, nah, man. Mama. Like, naunza kwani udem. Rada. Kwani hapendi a good time.
Yeah.
So what we didn't know was that she was almost clocking the 5-0.
So mama is mama.
Only mama.
Yeah,
You know, because the boy was instantly bonded. Man, check it, tulikuwa tunakunywa. Us going over there, nah. Him pulling up on us, my time. My henny, my
That's
G.
fine.
What? What you mean? What? Unaget?
Yeah.
What? My red label. Ushai kimsana pull up na red label tano. You're like,
Some fish.
shake manze, tulikuwa kunywa jug na we juice. What's going on?
Yeah.
You ain't got no job yet.
Yeah.
Unashinanga too.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
So finally, he comes out and tells us, man, like, look. But then they always tell you when it's going south.
Ah, yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
when it's good.
Not when it's good.
When it's good, business is good.
You know.
Yeah.
So anakuja tuchapia me, yo, you know. So I've been. So what he was, the front that he was pushing was that he was managing some rock band. Like you can't make this kind of money managing a rock band in Kenya, YG.
Yeah. Was it Caucasian?
The Caucasus Mountains were alive, you know. And when they see a young black man, he had dreadlocks even before I had dreadlocks, you know. Young man with hair and shit, young man that goes out to the gym and works out.
Yeah.
They're like, that one has the. Have you ever seen the scene in, you watch Archer, right? Where Palm determines that the Mexican has learned how to milk the cows enough to.
Yeah. Bro.
So that was basically, this boy has worked out hag.
Yeah.
Right? He's trying to, because ukikula chakula ya juicy for like a week straight, taboeka, you want some fresh. Some new.
Yeah.
You know? Zero mileage. Straight out the lot,
The
man.
lot.
You know,
Yeah.
drip them out that, whatever. But he couldn't get it. Because she'd leave and she was married, okay?
Ooh.
Okay? She'd get out of her marital home at around 11
PM.
Yo, and I pull up to Westy, okay, and I took a Westy to come at 3. You know, almost on a daily. That's what he was telling us that she'd do to him. So this one time, see, the boy is moneyed. 3 AM amechukua watu wamechukua Uber ameenda hapo chini trying to get some food. So, you know, we're still alive until
Yeah.
meet some chicks.
Yeah.
The boy's money,
Like,
the chicks like it. He takes the chicks back to his place. No, what he doesn't know is the caretaker
he's taking care.
is taking care of the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Right? So anatumiwa tu mapicha matai mchana. Who are these?
Yeah.
Why are you bringing them to my house? Are you cheating on me now?
Is that what we doing? Is that what we doing?
You know. So rent ikacha kulipwa. Hey boy hustled for like a month, was like, I can't sustain this. I had to move back to the ends, you know, talk to the homies, tell the homies about the trials and tribulations.
So you know the homies mnafikiwa na reports.
But
That's what's up.
so there was a very messy split. Apparently, it's like she really liked. You see, there's this channel in the UK called the BBC. So it was a very messy split. She pulled up, tried to fight him and shit. You know, very feministic traits. Feminists who's hurt. And it was a very messy split. So he comes, he's in pain like hell, you know, telling us about what happened, how the caretaker threw him out, and she was there, blah 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 blah.
What?
And all we did, tukanunua konyagi na kijana
Back to
akachekwa.
the basics.
Back to the basics.
Everybody achekwe.
Alichekwa ma. Yo, karibu develop kiburi. Okay, if it would have gone on for
For a little bit longer.
for 2 more months, he wouldn't have been picking our calls, man.
Ah, man.
You know,
like these losers.
like,
Man, do something with your life, bro.
tunanita form za nini hizi
Za
sasa?
konyagi.
Form ya konyagi, tuko na konyagi tatu. Sasa naangalia kwa fridge amejaza hapo maheni. For like, these niggas. You know, but that is where they always circle back to. And then
Yeah.
so I have neighbors
Yeah.
from where I stay. Bruh. So for that, it's the other way around. It's the old men and the
young chick.
So Sioki has very discreet Airbnbs. So if you know, you know. Hey, my bro, you'll find my brado. So there's this watering hole, naitwa Colony.
I know Colony.
You know Colony.
You know the Kaitari.
Yeah.
Colony is outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Colony, wow, you'll find like exactly
Even
what you are.
Nigerians, man. Yeah.
Kwanza Nigerians from Sioki, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you'll just find niggas with big bellies and really 19, 18-year-old chicks.
Yeah.
And she looking at you like, you broke ass young man. You can't tell me.
Get your shit.
Get your shit together.
Oh, man.
You know. Yeah, but you were saying something.
Oh, man.
You digress.
I digress.
So just to bring the story closer to home, giving you way more examples. So there was this.
Oh yeah, Yakuza. So
yeah.
you see, I feel the thing is with these types of relationships,
Yeah.
especially now the boy toy, the toy boys, the guys never realize that they are only facilitating your lifestyle, but up to an extent where they can control you.
Of course.
Like this woman will not buy you a car and put it in your name. You know,
Your property.
She won't put up a business and put it in your name.
Never.
She won't empower you because she knows if I empower you, you'll be empowered and then you'll realize there's way better options out there. Better, younger, finer, and you'll just leave me here. You know, so
Man,
let me just put you in a list.
real quick.
Yeah, just
Because if you think about the type of relationship, you're more like property.
true.
You know, you're more like the car she
Hence-
bought
hence
you.
the toy.
You remember you told a story about a time when you took your kids a Mercedes Benz and ukaambiwa you're driving me home.
Man.
You know,
Did I say that on air?
will you fumble?
Yes, intentional.
You see, you could have been out here, David Moya
But not in a Prado, in a Benz, you
in a
got.
Benz.
In a Benz, you got. Yeah.
Drop top.
Yeah.
You know, out here with your dreads, hadi unaacha zina fly back, watu wasikie vibaya ukipass kwa
Oh, shout out to the
expressway.
homie, man. Shout out to the homie.
You know, but so I was telling you a story.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just spitballing, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, number 3, the invention of new positions.
Yeah. Like he's so creative.
No, she. This is from the perspective.
See, now that's where she's.
No, she's the one.
Yeah.
This is how it reads, okay? You
being the guy.
no,
Yeah.
the woman.
Yeah.
She's older, more experienced.
Oh.
So this is written from the perspective of
the woman.
the benefits of a woman having a toy boy.
Also, if you pull out a move that this 19-year-old still don't know yet,
Don't know yet.
it's like, what is this?
You know.
Yeah.
So
It's not the 3. This is the 17,000 clock.
you know.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. You don't know about that.
you know, it must be amazing if she can take out her teeth. Like,
It's too dark.
yeah, because these boys are messing with that. And then, have you ever seen how they look? Anyway, yeah, she suggests new positions, and these boys are in awe. And like, I've never experienced this. And now every time they with some new chick who's younger, the roles get reversed.
And now this chick gets older and repeats.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a whole cycle. But on number 4 is he'll go on with foreplay until you ask him to stop. Come on.
This is where Kibe says, you Spider-Man and Spider-Man and Spider-Man until your jaws hurt.
Unatoka hapo
lockjaw.
You know,
Yeah.
and as from reading this, it's all control, my G. It's all perspective. How they want to be perceived by this toy boy, how they want to be seen as very creative, how they want to make their friends jealous, and this is a whole culture, okay, this is a whole culture of weak men in a cycle of propagating strong women that likes kalia wanaume chapo, you know, because it is a weak man syndrome being propagated true and true. What do you mean he'll continue with foreplay until you tell him to stop? A man should know what he wants, how he wants it, when he wants it, and so forth. So if you find yourself in a situation where, as a man, you're letting some woman determine, or you're letting your financial or societal pressures determine your second,
end up giving all your willpower, man.
Man,
Yeah.
sasa kichwa yako ya pili is no longer yours. It is under somebody else's rule
And other things.
and other things.
Yeah.
You know, it is such a sad ordeal for us to have young men going through such things, my G.
But then, you've said you've been tempted, brother.
Look,
You've been trying to bore for life.
nah, listen,
Shit.
listen.
Yeah.
I'm not submissive in any shape or form. Because if you actually agree where it is submitting to a woman,
Yeah.
I don't do that shit. Okay? You do not submit to any woman romantically or even ever. At no point is that okay for a man to do. You get what I mean? I'm a very hard-headed man. She was nice, by the way. And no, she was nice. Looked good, nice car, selling the boy the dreams. But then I remembered stories. You hear stories of,
Once upon a time.
wow. And this was before the homie was
did
kept
the
in
thing.
esteem. You get? And by the way, no lie, that time, you know, a nigga was broke. Okay, no broke, but a nigga was broke. You know, I'm like, shit, I wish I had like 200 bands right now. I wish I had 50 bands right now. I'd do this, and that. And then, this is the weirdest bit. The universe always tests your resolve of who you are. You know, the shadow work aspect. So you're out here, you're trying to build something out of yourself.
Yeah.
You're trying to start some business, you're trying to get some career going. It always, the first curveball is the easy way out.
Of course. All you gotta do is this.
All you gotta
Just
do is
this.
say yes.
Yeah, just this.
You know, because I was talking to this chick. She used to work at KQ, and she was telling me how she got the job. You know, was the Kifo Chamende way.
Of course.
And then how she thought she'd keep the job was by Kifo Chamending as many bosses as possible. So every boss like kinda owes her a favor. You know. So long story short, she's jobless right now. You know, because if you acquire anything through the Kifo Chamende way, there's no lasting to it.
True.
You get, and it applies the same way, because I feel like even those toy boys have their Kifo Chamende styles and shit, maybe. You know, Fellatio till your jaws lock, uko Spider-Man, hadi manze, your beards get bleached. You know how bad it is. You know how acidic Pudesh is.
Especially unhealthy.
No, just Pudesh. Look, you know what? That thing discolors mango. Like in a choma, yo, whatever. And now you're over there with your newly grown beards.
Yeah.
Yeah? Anakwambia hata umei ndevu, bro.
Lick.
Hata umei. all those posts shall be burnt, closed, so like
man.
chemical, whatever, you know. And it's been directly, there's a direct proportional, whatever. There's a direct link to low testosterone and toy boy behavior. You know, and just to let you all know, let me get serious for a bit. Just to let you all know, you can actually get your testosterone up in life. It's not just because you have low testosterone now doesn't mean
you can happily eat.
You can happily piga tizi to go through some hardships. I feel like that is a very underrated factor of kupanisha testosterone yako. Going through some hardships. You know, ushaiona venye wase waocha tu. I'm not saying wase waocha uteseka, but msi akona ng'ombe, kona shamba ya kulima, kona baiskeli, probably anaishi Busia. You get what I mean? Kona a whole farm ya sugarcane, you kata by hand. This man's level of testosterone. That's why they can even marry 4 wives.
True.
You know, because each one is like, huyu mwanaume. Nah, never says this boy. Ukishasikia demu yako amekuita ka. Ka. Ati yaka ni kangu.
That's how it starts.
Oh.
That's the beginning of the end.
Yeah? And I told you, and I also kind of believe you can be a damn toy boy. You can be toy boy when you're still providing the money by women.
For real?
Yeah. Look, ukikaliwa kwako chakula unajishanga watu, hiyo ni nini umefanyiwa? If you're not a man in your own house. I think I've told you a story of a friend of mine when alikuwa na nusango.
Attention!
You know.
Yeah.
Like right there.
Spread.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And
God, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to
and he was balling. No, still is. Shout out to all my Lavington boys. Divorced though, but still balling. But while he was balling, kwake alikuwa anaingianga 6, anatokanga job 5, akifikisha 6:15 bro. 6:15 ni vita. Umetoka wapi? So the wife would say, I know you like BJs, so nataka kunusa kama kuna mate. Kama inanuka mate. So let me, in that case, is he a toy boy in that case? Or what is he?
Toy man.
Toy man.
Yeah. Toy market.
You know, and this is where it goes to show that you can actually have the script flipped on you. So we see the god damn. Anyway, so the next one. The next one. I was about to switch topics to the silver foxes versus
No.
But the next one is he really can do it all night, should you so wish. What happened to emotional connection? What happened to love? What happened to
out the window?
Build
bro.
a family
out
with
the window, bro. No one has time.
No, like everything here is all sex. Oh man, I had something, and then there's a tape that was released on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it.
No. Which one?
Sexy Ed.
No. I don't even want to watch it.
No, but it's out.
Shout out to her.
You know, yeah, it's out. But anyway, yeah, they say he can really do it all night. Should you so wish? Man, I'm not even willing to continue checking out those whatevers anymore, because basically they are reaffirming the things that I already know. You know, so what do you think is the leading cause of these boys who are toy boys, especially down under in the coast? What do you think is the leading cause?
I think a victim mentality. of like, oh, you know, my circumstances, oh, my background, especially the beach boys. You know, as we just, because people in the coast are just lazy, first of all. So now them, they're like, oh, me, I just wake up, I try catch some fish, I sell the little I get. So now, when they find someone who's willing to provide, and all they gotta do is just exercise their core muscles. Understand?
Katambe.
What are you saying?
So it's basically their financial situations plus low self-esteem. You know, because if you find yourself in a situation where some 70-year-old is touching you and you're really into it, he's such a messed up pedophilia. There's some pedophilia in it. You might be 19 and you're legal and shit, but to a 70-year-old, I feel like that's still pedophilia.
Yeah.
Because if we flip it for a second and we look at how what's the, this is going to be a very sad stat, but do you know, for the girls now down in the coast, so there was a stat that was released, I can't remember which NGO. Italians like them below 16. So you'll find a 12-year-old.
Oh, Italians are messed up.
Babe.
Remember that movie I showed you?
Yeah. Okay. So there was a stat where they were given the age profile of what each country likes. Okay, and they
and then now for Italians it's
below 16. Okay, that means 15, 14, 13, 12-year-old girls with 70-year-old men in exclusive beaches. How many of these girls, okay, are taken out of this country and thrown into sex slavery?
Too many, though.
How many of these boys are taken out of this country and thrown into slavery in the Middle East under the guise of kuna kazi, unaenda na kupeleka kwangu? And it's a whole thing where we see these young boys being used as status symbols in Europe.
Yeah, it actually is, man.
You know, because 70-year-old woman went through 3 husbands that are all dead. Now she has wealth from 3 people, is lonely, seeking Spider-Man for like 3 hours because nothing else gets that motor running. Nothing works. You get everything on that motor is just dead. And now you have to be out there with experiencing lockjaw, like you're. It's such a sad affair, and this is where we have to bring it back to how can we resolve and help. What do you think will be the best way to mitigate this culture from
be
growing?
a mother effing man. Just be a man.
You know that's easier said than done,
just
right?
Have the pride and joy that comes with I went, I left the house, I did what I had to do, but not like that.
Not like that.
And then came back,
and
I handled mine. The pride and joy that comes from that.
It's different. And just to mention, I don't know, there's this, nitangwa ni 680 ama ni 640, there's this hotel hapo katikati ya town. 680. So I saw a story on TikTok where they were saying like for most of these flaggy prominent people, you see a lot of prominent people, by the way, you know, are flaggy, especially the men in politics. So in power. So you'll find a lot of young men in that hotel because that's where most of these people pull up.
What?
And it's like the Indo K Street where you'll find chicks okay, will go there. The only funds they have is soda tatu, okay, anajianika pale,
sit somewhere strategic,
very easily spottable, with a very brightly colored dress.
Then be very surprised when someone approaches you.
Yeah, you know, and the thing applies to men still, because what we see in society right now, because of the pedophilia that has been propagated in African society in modern times, you'll find that most of these kids were molested, especially by religious figures as kids. Now these boys are making money through the same way from these politicians. So they were saying a lot of the men you see, young men you see over there in really good suits and whatever, are diaper boys.
I'm not surprised.
And these are graduates. Somebody that went to school, whose parents paid money. They learned something, they can go look for a job, they can start a business, but now, all they want to do is be arm candy to somebody. And it's a whole thing. And you say, be a man, okay?
Be a man.
Most of them don't even have the tools to be that.
Be a man.
They've been emasculated from such a young age, okay?
Yeah.
I don't even think they have any level of testosterone left. You know, because testosterone is a very psychological, it's the more you toughen up your psyche, the more you toughen up you yourself, is the more your testosterone builds, the more. And you know, females can smell it. Not like that but they can. You can
gravitate towards it.
Yeah. And you can see mtu nafikirianga huyu msee, he's that guy, he can do this, he can do that, he can do that, he has these kind of resources. But at the end of the day, you look at the females that he chills around with, and they never see him as masculine as they're supposed to, because to them, he's one of us. And it's such a sad affair, man, to be able to witness us as a society go down that route. It's so sad. But anyway, it's
be a man, bro.
It's the Be a Man initiative.
Be a king, man.
It's the Be a Black King, Vibrate on the Right Frequency initiative. But if you are unable to, seek therapy, my G. You can overcome it. Seek the pain.
And if you can't, just nowadays they have those procedures. Just switch genders.
Oh man, look. Have you seen the side effects of that? So I was watching this TikTok, and it was this guy talking about it. So he was regretting doing it and having had his parents actually condone his confusion. And so how it came about, and this is where, man, this just worked out so well. It walks straight into the TOYBOY topic. So most of these young boys, unapata ni wale wanapakwa Q-Tex na mamukoro as kids. The mother just laughs when they wear high heels. Zake, look at me, mom. You know, lipstick, makeup, blah 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 blah, dresses. You know, and a mentality starts building, because kids are very malleable. So he was saying that he started out like that. His mom would put him in dresses, she'd tell him how cute he looked and shit. And it started confusing him. Because this was before he was even in like 7th grade. Way before, like as a kid. So by the time he was in high school, he was really confused. So he goes like, I want to change genders. And the parents are so happy. Like, they go like, we always wished you were gay, blah, 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 blah. We wanted a gay kid. And so they start the procedure. They start giving him the medication to the hormonal therapy, whatever. And basically what that medication is,
it dumbs down the testosterone.
It's actually used for chemical castration. You know, because you're chemically castrating yourself. No, and they said apparently that is what MJ went through. So that's why he never had like a deep voice. Yeah, he was chemically castrated as a kid so that his parents could make money and maintain the voice. So he went through the procedure, but then what he has to deal with now is constant infections. Odor. He can't even have sex because it's painful for him. Every time he does it, okay, he'll spend like the next 2-3 months at the doctor's with complications. Okay, and he was saying that it was one of the biggest mistakes in his life doing whatever he did, because he never understood, and he had to go through therapy to get to, and coincidentally, okay, he was always attracted to older people. So, you know, it's an agenda, it's a Zionistic agenda, a very big Zionistic agenda to dumb down the human race in such a manner.
Of course, population control.
Population control, you know, because the minute we actually let these people win, is the minute you start saying I saw a joke, and this basically says what I'm saying. How did the dinosaurs go extinct? And they started telling the male dinosaurs that the other male dinosaurs look good. And now procreation wasn't happening anymore.
Where?
You know, because at the end of it, it's such an easy way to maintain life on Earth, you know. 5 minutes of fun, okay? 9 months of gestation, and approximately 18 years of rearing and teaching. That's it. It's not, I'm a woman too because I went to the hospital and got tits. I'm a woman too because me and Caitlyn Jenner feel the same. Nah, man. You get, and this is the culture that is confusing these boys into believing that dating an older woman is okay. It is not okay. What do you, just because they're Christians, right? Y'all are Christians. Kwani rib yako itakuwa mzee kukushinda? How is your rib older than you, my G? You get? But anyway, just on a light note, because the child looks very depressed with this.
Yeah, I'm still at the...
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know.
Why would you take yourself through
all that? And that is what people are telling other young kids now is okay. And this is somebody who is in their late 60s telling you, do not put your kids under these type of meds. Take care of your kids. Let your kids
right
develop.
Now they are sick in their 60s.
Yeah.
What? Man, that's like a life of suffering.
A life of suffering. Never having been allowed to explore the masculinity within them. That's why I tell you, when you tell them be a man, okay? The societal conditioning that these men have undergone to make them these toy boys, to make them these subs of society, is so deep. It requires an event to actually trigger them out of it. It requires something monumental in their life that triggers the testosterone within them, and they're never willing to go through it. Show me a successful former toy boy. Show me a toy boy that was a toy boy and actually made it out through.
From being a toy boy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There is none, but because the way that ukishazoea kulindwa, the minute you're used to having a woman take care of you as a man is the minute you start growing your own tits. Is the minute you start losing your own way as a man. You lose your edge, you lose your je ne sais quoi. You get what I mean? But if you actually stick it through the hard times, and that's something more men should embrace, man. Embrace the suck. Not like that. But embrace the suck.
Man, why would you take yourself through that?
Why would you have parents that encourage you? You know, there are certain cases where the state should actually come in and take this child away from these people. Because that's a clear-cut situation where you have to rescue this child from these people. How do you think whatever we call politicians right now, why do you think they're flagging? How many politicians right now do you see that came into the game through Kifo Chamende?
Of course, had to happen.
You know,
Had to happen.
Unaskia, this one is being groomed by that one. Groomed. You know.
Grooms you.
Grooms you. You know, like there's a very prominent politician right now that people are talking like, this one is being groomed by so and so to become the next president. And then the person that is supposed to be grooming them has so many question marks around them. And they're like, how are you being groomed now? Does it comb your hair? You know.
Or other stuff.
Or other stuff.
Yeah.
But just to ask you this, do you feel like the only fans culture imechangia?
The only homies culture.
Yeah. Because squeeze wanaume wako only fans. Yep.
Would you go into OnlyFans?
If I have a cooking channel. Yeah. Only.
You could be cooking and slapping other things.
No. I'm cooking edibles. That's why it should be on OnlyFans. Okay? Just broccoli. That's it. Teaching you different things. That's the only way. Fully clothed, by the way, in a tie. Suit. Okay? This would be the anti-OnlyFans culture on OnlyFans, where you're suited and booted, okay? Not like that.
Hey, yo.
I do.
That man said, yo.
Listen, but why would you get an OnlyFans though? But have you seen what Sauce Walker has done with OnlyFans? Are you familiar with it? So Sauce Walker is one of the highest earners from OnlyFans. But he just owns channels and he has girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, like, he say, hey, I ain't make no money from music. You know how them South niggas talk? I ain't make no money from music. The OnlyFans. And he was giving a story about how he made about 20 million from OnlyFans because he has girls that he takes them into different hotels and they do whatever they need to do, and you know,
pimping him out.
You know, he gotta do what he gotta do. But does that put these young men in a position where they're like, I wish I could do this? Because there is old women out there willing to see that and pay for that. So do you think the OnlyFans culture has
well, that's like saying the whole male stripper, gigolo.
Of course.
Gigolo service.
Of course.
Hey, yo. They took it seriously when they were told you gotta do what you gotta do. They took it to heart.
They took it to heart.
Yeah.
But anyway, as we conclude the show,
man, yo.
It's a very hard topic to get into. Very easy, but very hard when you have to realize the consequences, the repercussions, and the way that whatever we are talking about right now is the surface level of the. Is it demasculation? Is it the emasculation of men? Like the best thing you can hope for if you're an emasculated man is to be a toy boy. That is the best. That is actually the silver lining. If you're not willing to be a man, that is the silver lining of it.
That's the easier way out.
Yeah, because if you actually go down deeper into the rabbit hole, you might. There's a part of unashinda manze kwa daktari every day for 3 months. Just imagine that. So he was saying, by the way, that from time to time he tries to close.
Bruh, let's close that door first.
Okay.
Let's close that door indefinitely. Yo, listen. Be a man
From time to time.
be a man. Have that pride of, you know, hunting and bringing back home the hunt. You know, life is a game. You do not have to follow the rules.
Yeah.
You know, be smart about it. But yeah, man, just find that joy in just being a man. Yeah.
Find the joy in being a man and be who you ought to be in life. Because Hollywood is out here, and it's trying to control you in so many ways. Because you know, you remember the show Cougar Town? You know, it was basically a whole, how many seasons?
I don't know.
So many seasons of basically an old woman trying to date young men.
Yeah, I know.
And did you actually see the anatomy of her son on the show? If you know, you know.
Hey,
If you know, you know. But anyway,
be a man. Be a man.
It's been an amazing show.
Yes.
Be a man.
Yes.
At the end of it, nothing else matters if you can't actually be a man about your own self and about your own life. You know. So take life into your own hands. If you want to live life, let it be to your terms.
In your own terms. Do not give away your willpower, your freedom, your liberty, your manhood.
Your manhood is precious to you. Keep it, safeguard it at all costs. At all costs. Make sure that you are responsible for yourself and for everybody around you. Be self-made. Be proud of being self-made. Be proud of the struggles that you've gone through. Don't take the escalator way out. Don't take the elevator way out. Go through the steps. Go up the stairs. Let the cardio work for you. Don't try to live like a 40-year-old in your 20s. You ain't got money like a 40-year-old because you ain't done.
Why would the 40-year-old give you pressure as a 20-year-old?
You know.
If anything, it should motivate you.
Bana, don't. What I mean is, you have these young boys trying to have TXs. Like, do you know why 40-year-old men have TXs? They've done what you've not done. They've put time into it where they've grown a career. They've grown them as people, their character, their personality. They've done their shadow work. They understand who they are. That's why everything that they've worked for has accumulated to this shiny car that you see in front of you. And if you let that pressure you, man, be Pluto. But anyway, till next Thursday.
This has been the Black Kings Frequency.
Yeah. We were talking about Ben 10s.
Yes, sir.
Toy boys.
Toy boys, boy toys.
And the boy toy culture
Yeah.
that we see in the world today. Feel free to tell us in the comments, what is your perspective? Have you witnessed toy boy culture around you? Have you seen young men around you get misused? Have you seen young girls? Young girls is everywhere. That is everywhere, man. You know, like wanasema, nataka tu mbaba ndio niomoke. Have you seen the barber shop ya the twerkers?
What?
You haven't?
No.
So there's this barber shop where if you go to get a shave, There's girls talking all around you.
But why? See, we have the strip club for that.
No, that's the brand of the of the barber shop. Like they'll twerk for you, then unaekelewa juu ya you see when they tell you to lean back. Now the 2 fun bags you're leaning onto, you know, and it's a whole thing. And now apparently the man who's dating the proprietor with some other young chick bought her a car because her kinyozi is doing well.
Okay. Good people.
But anyway, it's been amazing hanging out with y'all on the Black Kings Frequency. Till next time, tell us, Toyboy culture, is this sustainable, and how do we get rid of it from society?
And are you pro?
Are you pro Toyboy culture?
Yeah.
You know.
If so, what are some of the experiences? Yeah.